Forget everything you think you know about operating systems. This book reveals the hidden architecture behind them all. Operating systems are the unsung heroes of computing, silently managing every task your device performs. But here's the shocking truth. Most textbooks gloss over the real mechanics, leaving students with vague theories instead of practical understanding. That's exactly why operating system design, the Xinu approach, stands out. It strips away the abstractions and dives deep into the actual construction of an OS, layer by layer. And this is the part most people miss. By studying a compact, elegant system like Xinu, you can grasp OS fundamentals without getting lost in unnecessary complexity. Now in print, a groundbreaking guide to OS design, authored by Douglas Comer, a distinguished professor of computer science and courtesy professor of electrical and computer engineering at Purdue University. This third edition of the acclaimed textbook, Chapman Hall, May 22, 2025, expands on its predecessors with new chapters on multi-core systems, pipes, and unconventional OS applications. Topics that are reshaping modern computing. Why this book is different and why it matters. Unlike generic OS textbooks that skim the surface, the Xinu approach takes a hands-on, hierarchical method, starting from a bare machine and systematically building up a fully functional operating system. Each concept is explained with clear, readable prose, eliminating the need for confusing forward references. You'll learn process scheduling, context switching, how your CPU juggles multiple tasks seamlessly. Memory management, physical virtual, the secret behind efficient resource allocation. File systems, device drivers, and I/O, how hardware and software communicate. Internet communication user interfaces, the backbone of networked applications. But here's the controversial part. While most educators focus solely on high-level theory, Comer argues that true mastery comes from seeing how all these components integrate into a cohesive system. Some purists might dismiss this as overly practical, but isn't understanding the real mechanics what separates good engineers from great ones? Xinu, a small but mighty teaching tool. The book uses Xinu. Xinu is not Unix, a compact OS designed for clarity, to illustrate principles that apply to any operating system. What's fascinating is how Xinu's code remains largely identical across different hardware architectures, CISC versus RISC. Only the machine-dependent portions, like hardware initialization or context switching, differ. This makes it an ideal learning model. You see the universal concepts and the architecture-specific nuances. Meet the author, a pioneer of the internet. Douglas Comer isn't just an academic, he's a legend, as a member of the Internet Hall of Fame. He wrote the first textbooks explaining internet protocols and even pioneered tunneling, the technique that lets data traverse public networks securely. If anyone can demystify complex systems, it's him. Purdue's in-print series, celebrating scholarly excellence. This book is part of Purdue Today's weekly series showcasing faculty-authored works. Want to nominate a book or learn more? Visit the Office of the Provost's website, https:/purdue.edu/provosts/books. Now let's debate. Should OS education prioritize theory or hands-on implementation? Some argue abstract principles are timeless, while others, like Comer, insist real-world examples are irreplaceable. Where do you stand? Drop your opinion in the comments.